Hi and welcome to WhoKnowsThisStuff.com. I'm Ron McKinnon. Today we're visiting with Jerry and Penny Koerner. In 2005, Jerry and Penny embarked on a journey. They purchased an existing 100-year-old farmhouse and undertook the task of doing a complete remodel and modernization of the home. The number one concern and the result that they wanted to see after this remodel was they wanted the most energy efficient home that they could possibly get. Not only did Jerry and Penny incorporate one renewable technology into their home, they incorporated three. They have solar thermal for hot water production, solar PV panels for electrical production, and a masonry fireplace that sits in the main part of the home and provides heat with biomass in the form of wood. Stay with us and join us as Jerry and Penny take us on the journey of how they pulled this all together and made it happen.
Hi, well, I'm Jerry Koerner, and
I'm Penny Koerner.
And this is our farm. We're in Ridgway, Wisconsin, and I purchased this farm in 1997, and it has been an evolutionary process of working on the buildings and on the house, and obviously we're very interested in renewable energy and not using petroleum or coal.
Yeah.
So
reducing our footprint.
Yes, and hopefully along the way we can save some money. It does take an investment. It takes a lot of hard work. Penny and I have done a great deal of the work ourselves, and so we're familiar with a lot of long, hard days to get where we are. These are our solar thermal or hot water system. They have glycol, like antifreeze in a car actually, but a glycol that runs through these panels. These happen to be commercially made heliodine panels. They're very reliable and rigid, but they basically produce hot water. They're angled to benefit the most from the winter sun. We have a large storage tank in the basement where we actually store hot water. Those 8 panels that produce the heat come in through these insulated lines. This is the glycol loop. And actually, it's kind of neat because it's a partially cloudy day today, but you'll notice the pump is on, which means that the temperature out on the panels is higher than what is in our storage tank. And the temperature coming in right now is about 72 degrees. The water in the tank is at 54 because we just filled it. We just put in a new tank, which I'll show you. But so this is a pump, and these are expansion tanks. Brings the hot fluid in from the panels, and it comes in to this room where we've put our tank. Our first experience with a tank was a concrete tank, which we had for 3 years, that we had put in when we built the new addition. That did not work out for us. We were getting too much moisture, so we just put in this new tank, which is an 822-gallon tank. It's full of coils, which are heat exchangers inside. Here's where that heat comes in from the outside. It goes in to the coils. The water absorbs the heat. It heats up and then makes another loop back out to the panels. These other pipes is how we take the heat out of the tank through heat exchangers. The domestic hot water from the well comes in. It makes a loop through these coils and back over and gets preheated to go into the hot water tank. And these coils feed the boiler loop. As I mentioned, the heat from the boiler loop that comes out of the tank comes in through these lines with pumps and controls. And our basic backup system, if you will, is our little Munchkin high efficiency heater, which is a boiler, and it heats the water in this what's called the boiler loop. It also heats the water in our domestic hot water tank. What happens with our solar tank when the temperature is high enough, it turns on this pump and it takes heat out of that tank and heats up this boiler loop. So when that's happening, the Munchkin takes a nap. And we love that. The propane truck drives by and feeds the neighbors, drives right by us. This is our first photovoltaic system. It went in operation April 12th of 2006. It has 16 Koerner panels, photovoltaic panels on it. It has a Watson tracking system, which means that it faces east in the morning and it senses the sun. All day it turns and tilts, but in the afternoon it is facing west, and so it maximizes the efficiency by aiming right at the sun. This is our second photovoltaic system. It just went online August 26th of 2009. This has 16 panels. As you can see, they're oriented a little differently. The tracker system here was developed by a firm that does satellite tracking systems, and they modified it to work with these solar panels. This one also, it tracks, and it faces east in the morning and follows the sun, but it does it in a different manner. It has a brain that knows the latitude, it knows the time, the day, the month, and the best angle for the sun. So every hour it corrects itself to be at that maximum point. The top meter is the one that all of the power from our newest system is metered, and it goes right out to the grid. The bottom meter, and as I look at it right now, there is not a lot of sun today, so I don't think it's going backwards. The sun just went down under the clouds. But this is the regular house meter, and when it goes backwards, that means that we're putting power out into the grid. When it goes forward, we're taking power from the grid. The first photovoltaic system that we put in brings power in to the house. This is DC voltage in through this disconnect switch. It feeds into this Sunny Boy. Now the Sunny Boy is interesting because if you want to know what it's doing, you knock on the door and then it shows what's happening. Now, like I say, today is a partly cloudy day, but today we've produced 5.56 kilowatt hours so far. Right now it's producing 2,501 watts at 378 volts. We do harvest our own wood though, and we specialize in dead trees. We have plenty of them on our own property that if we didn't kill a live tree for 10 years, we'd still have enough.
Yeah.
So Penny and I love to go out in the fall and harvest wood and then split it. And we built a wood shed, and so we've made wood handling a little easier. We have a wood room. This is our fireplace, and it is not a traditional fireplace. It is a counterflow fireplace, which comes from designs that originated in Europe and Finland, Russia, hundreds of years old, and essentially it burns up through the middle, and it goes down through some channels on the side, and it goes into the back, around through flues. This is called a heated bench, the hearth, and it comes over here and goes up the chimney. And by the time it has done that, it has harvested all of the heat into the masonry, into the stones. The fire, the way it burns is we fill the firebox completely full, crossing the different directions, and put a little newspaper and a little kindling in the bottom. Now combustion air comes in from the outside in a 6-inch PVC pipe, but then we light the fire, and it burns real hot with a big orange flame, and it'll do that for a couple of hours. We don't do anything with it then. Like if we build a fire at night, it burns out, and by the next morning, say 10 o'clock the next morning, the stones will still be warm, so that it radiates heat into this room, and then on the back side is the kitchen. So it basically heats both of these rooms, just radiating heat. This is a little bake oven that once we get the fireplace cranked up, you can make a pizza or bread in here.
Wow, was that something or what? Jerry and Penny truly are on the cutting edge of renewable technologies. Here at their home, they have used different technologies in collaboration to accomplish the end goal: provide solar hot water, solar PV, and use biomass in their masonry fireplace. Today's segment was all about helping you understand that renewable technologies can be installed anywhere, even in a 100-year-old farmhouse. Have you done something different? Have you done something that's a little obscure, or maybe a hybrid system on your own? Go to whoknowsthisstuff.com and let us know. Send us some suggestions for some story ideas. It's all about you. We're here to educate you. At whoknowsthisstuff.com, we do. Simplifying renewable energy.